Math was never a good subject for me in school, even in college. And apparently, I'm not alone because it appears that our folks in Columbia, our elected leaders, are struggling with math as well. Over the last couple days, weeks, we've gotten interesting reports. For example, the Education Oversight Committee is asking for around $3 million to help recruit teachers to teach in our schools. And most of this would be with helping with college loans and then forgiving them if you serve time in school. So it's a good thing. A coalition of state businessmen have asked for $6 billion to bring our roads and bridges to a minimum standard of quality. Not top quality, not improve. The State Department of Transportation says it will cost, on average, $1.4 trillion a year, $1 billion a year, excuse me, to maintain our road system at the minimum quality. Their budget is 1.3. We've got an encryption system that's not been fully implemented yet that's going to cost us money. We've got the cost of the identity theft protection. Medicaid is needing an influx of money. We're still paying back the money from the unemployment security loans that we took from the federal government. And we could go down the list. I mean, the teachers pay a lot of major expenses for this state. So what is one of the very first pieces of legislation that was introduced into the State House one of the first 4 days that the State House, the new session started? It was a bill to eliminate completely capital gains tax in South Carolina. Also on the docket, not yet filed, but also on the docket is to reduce corporate taxes over the next 4 years to the level of 0. The governor also wants personal income taxes reduced. Now, as individuals, woohoo, we get less taxes to pay. Businesses, yes. People making capital gains, yes, we like it. But we have an increase of expenses and a decrease in revenue. Now, even my poor mind for math says that's a problem. You know, the governor's response to fixing the road system, and again, it's not fixing it to a high quality, it's not improving it, it's to be able to maintain to the level of barely getting by. Her response was to take a huge chunk out of the surplus rainy day fund we have and to direct funds from other groups or priorities to the road system. Now, we need the infrastructure. We are building an economic growth. We are increasing our economic growth here, and we're building a good state for people to come and bring their businesses to. But if your roads and your bridges aren't right, you're going to have a problem. As a matter of fact, what I didn't realize is that there are only 3 states in the country with more road system than South Carolina. So the idea is, don't bring any more money, reduce the amount of money coming into the state as revenue, and we still have to pay these expenses. Folks, that's a simpleton can figure out that that's a plan for disaster. We don't want to borrow money. Look, I don't like paying taxes any more than you. But if we are going to deal with the issues that are necessary to be dealt with, we need infrastructure. We need good teachers. We need to secure the data that we give to the government because we have to. We have to make it clear to Columbia that yes, you got to cut spending where there's waste. I agree. But we do have a revenue problem. You can't keep taking revenue away and expect to be able to pay the bills that we have. So I urge you to look into this and to contact your representative and your senator and say, look, as much as I don't want taxes and I'd love to have a reduction. Show me how you're going to pay for this. Show me how we're going to be able to cover the expenses to make South Carolina not just get by, but succeed and grow. Not in theory, not in if we cut capital gains and corporate tax, people will now invest in the state. They're already investing. So force them to give you the answers as to why. And if they can't give you an answer, tell them, look, don't lower the taxes. Don't reduce capital gains tax. We've got to pay for these things. All right, that's all for tonight. You can listen, I'm Eric, from Another Voice on Spin FM 103.3 in Greenville, Greer, and Spartanburg. You can hear us Mondays, 1 to 2 p.m. Or you could go to canIGetAWordIn.com, find all kinds of information from the show there. Or you can go to iTunes and subscribe to our podcast channel. And if you're out and about looking for lunch or dinner, check out Little Pig's Barbecue at Hudson Corner, 2428 Hudson Road in Greer. Great barbecue, awesome sides, and the best sweet tea in the upstate, in my opinion. And if you need a catering, 244-1090. That's Little Pigs at Hudson Corner. All right, until next time.